Speech anxiety can be very devastating in that it can impair your ability to deliver a clear and effective speech. In many ways, this affliction can attack your public speaking skills regardless of how well you may prepare or practice your speech. Sometimes you just can't shake that phobia. It's almost as if once it's time to perform your speech, suddenly you've forgotten everything you've practiced and now you're beginning to panic. It may feel as though you'll never be able to get over this phobia. However, there are several tips and steps you can take right before and during your presentation to ensure that you deliver your speech like a pro, no matter how anxious or nervous you're feeling. First and foremost, it's important for you to understand and conceptualize your fears. Understand what exactly it is that you're fearful of. 9 times out of 10, it's highly likely that your specific fears are completely fabricated by your imagination and the multitude of ways that the presentation can go wrong. You may be worried that your audience may view you as incompetent or even laugh at your mistakes. However, typically your audience is more than likely not worried about you or judging your performance. Next, always remember to focus the content of your speech and delivery rather than what your audience thinks of you. While it is important for you to read your audience and maintain a connection with them, it can be distracting and anxiety-inducing if you're overanalyzing your audience. Just remember to keep the goal of your speech in mind and maintain and follow the order of your speech. Next, make sure you're both dressed comfortably and appropriately. It's really important for you to have a clear idea of the dress code and expectations for your speech. The last thing you want is for you or your audience to be distracted by your image. Make sure your clothes fit properly so that you're not bothered with constantly fixing or adjusting them. And if possible, avoid any jewelry that you could likely fidget with, like a necklace or a large ring. Third, a great way to get rid of those pre-performance jitters is to get in the right mindset right before your speech. Empower yourself. One great way to do this is to do the Superman pose right before your speech. This is described as a pose in which you take up space by standing with both hands placed on your hips, feet apart, and chin tilted upwards, just like Superman. Studies show that power poses like this one are a very effective way to boost your confidence because your attitudes are influenced by your behaviors. So if you behave like someone who's going to give a great speech, you're more than likely to fulfill that declaration. With that being said, the most important thing you should do is remain positive going into your speech. Do not allow yourself to think negative thoughts and scenarios of ways in which the speech could go wrong. Block out all intrusive thoughts that do not offer encouragement and optimism. And remember, those negative thoughts and fears are almost completely irrational. Ultimately, just remember to stay focused on the goal of your speech, remain confident and positive from start to finish.